Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is financial account of sole proprietorship firm with adjustment. In earlier of the few classes, I have already given a table where there were certain adjustment being given, and here I'm going to explain as the adjustment will appear. We are going to explain one by one. Now, before we enter into the chapter, you all know what is a final account, right? Final account include trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Now, final account of whole proprietorship with adjustment means what? We have already solved a chapter where we have learned about without adjustment, right? Final account, preparing the trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet without the adjustment entries. Now, what is an adjustment entry? See, what happens generally is that a particular business starts the preparation of preparing their final accounts. Okay, as we all know that final accounts are prepared at the year ending, right? So the business will start preparing the final account of a particular year from say 2 or 3 days, or in fact, if it is a big business, it will start from 10 days before that. Okay, they'll start preparing the final accounts. That is, they will start making the closing the closing the ledger accounts. They will take the balance in the trial balance, and then from there they will start the preparation of trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet, right? The process goes on. So meanwhile, the normal course of the business also continues. It's not that since we are closing the books of accounts, so everything will be stopped. It's not that. Okay, the normal course of the business continues as the preparation of financial statement is going on the one hand, the business is also running on the other hand. So there are many transactions which appear or which occur during this time period, right? Or there you can say that there are many transactions which are not settled as the final accounts are closed. Okay, so during these 2 or 3 days, there will be some transaction which will not be settled in the journal entry, ledger account, then trial balance. It will not follow in that way. Okay, because it has happened as the entries has been closed. It has happened after that, right? जैसे ही हम लोग फाइनल अकाउंट बनाना शुरू करते हैं, सारे ट्रांजेक्शन्स का एंट्री फाइनल अकाउंट में बंद हो जाता है. ठीक है, मतलब फाइनल अकाउंट का जो प्रोसीजर होता है उसमें एंट्री बंद हो जाता है, जर्नल एंट्री, लेजर पोस्टिंग, ये सब बंद हो जाता है. ठीक है, क्योंकि वो प्रोसेस अगर हम लोग बार बार डालते रहेंगे एक साथ उसी में, तो क्या होगा कि कभी भी हमारा फाइनल अकाउंट रेडी नहीं होगा. ठीक है, तो क्या किया जाता है कि सारे सारे एंट्री जो इस बीच में शुरू होते हैं या इस बीच में ऑकर होता है. ठीक है, कौन से बीच में कब होता है? जब हम लोग फाइनल अकाउंट बना रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो उस बीच में क्या होता है, बहुत सारे ट्रांजेक्शन होते रहते हैं. हमारा प्रोसेस शुरू हो गया है, जर्नल एंट्री जो थे उसको सबको लेजर पोस्टिंग करना, लेजर से ट्रायल बैलेंस में लाना. ठीक है, इसकी प्रोसीजर शुरू हो चुका है. तो इस बीच काफी सारे ट्रांजेक्शन होते हैं जो जर्नल एंट्री, लेजर अकाउंट और ट्रायल बैलेंस में नहीं आता है, क्योंकि वो तब हुआ है जब हम लोग उसको बना रहे थे. तो बीच में हम लोग और कोई एंट्री नहीं देंगे, इसी के लिए उसको बाहर रख दिया जाता है और बोला जाता है इसको हम लोग बाद में एडजस्ट करेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू एडजस्ट इट लेटर ऑन. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एडजस्टमेंट एंट्रीज, मींस एंट्रीज दैट आर नीडेड टू बी एडजस्टेड. ठीक है, वो सब एंट्री जिसको एडजस्ट करने की जरूरत है. So we all are aware that we are following double entry principle. मतलब every transaction will have either every transaction will have two sides, debit and credit side. ठीक है ना, हर एक ट्रांजेक्शन का दो साइड होता है, डेबिट और क्रेडिट साइड. नाउ देयर कैन बी more than one debit item and only one credit item, or there can be only one debit item and more than one credit item. ठीक है ना, कंपाउंड एंट्री जहाँ पे डेबिट दो तीन होते हैं और क्रेडिट एक होता है, या फिर दो डेबिट दो क्रेडिट, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. ओके, सो देयर कैन बी मल्टीपल एंड मल्टीपल आइटम्स, बट एटलीस्ट टू साइड शुड बी देयर, राइट? डेबिट और क्रेडिट साइड में एक एक आइटम कम से कम होता ही होता है. ठीक है, दिस इज द प्रोसीजर ऑफ, और दिस इज द सिस्टम वी फॉलो इन द डबल एंट्री प्रिंसिपल, राइट? सो यूजिंग दैट यू हैव टू सॉल्व द कंसेप्ट ऑफ एडजस्टमेंट एंट्रीज. वो डबल एंट्री का प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा एडजस्टमेंट एंट्री में. क्यों? क्योंकि ये सब वो एंट्रीज हैं जिसका जर्नल एंट्री नहीं हुआ है, जिसका लेजर पोस्टिंग नहीं हुआ है. ठीक है, वो ट्रायल बैलेंस में भी नहीं आया है, इसी के लिए वो एडजस्टमेंट में है. तो उसको हम लोग अलग से एडजस्टमेंट एंट्री पास करके उसको डायरेक्टली हम लोग एंट्री देंगे ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट या बैलेंस शीट में, जहाँ पे भी आएगा उसको डायरेक्ट एंट्री देंगे. ठीक है, so it's not very difficult. Only thing you have to remember that which item will follow up in which account, कैसे एडजस्टमेंट करना है और कौन सा आइटम कहाँ जाता है वो जानना जरूरी है. ठीक है, so you must remember that all the adjustment entries, okay, all the adjustment entries are passed at least two times. ठीक है, सारे के सारे जो एडजस्टमेंट एंट्रीज हैं वो कम से कम 2 बार पास होते हैं। कोई कुछ कुछ ऐसा भी होता है, कुछ ट्रांजेक्शन जहाँ पे 3 होता है या फिर 4 होता है, लेकिन कम से कम 2 होगा ही। ठीक है, क्लियर? क्यों 2 होता है? बिकॉज इट इज फॉलोइंग द डबल एंट्री प्रिंसिपल, वो उस प्रिंसिपल को फॉलो करके आगे बढ़ता है। सो हम लोग देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या है। द फॉलोइंग इज अ ट्रायल बैलेंस ऑफ मिस्टर विक्रम ऑन 31st March 2016। 31st March 2016 को मिस्टर विक्रम का ट्रायल बैलेंस है वो ऐसे अपियर कर रहा है। क्या हो रहा है? कैश इन हैंड 3240, कैश बैंक। अच्छा, हम लोग एक काम करते हैं, हम लोग जैसे जैसे ट्रांजेक्शन आइटम मिल रहा है हम लोग को मार्क कर लें कौन सा आइटम कहाँ पे जाएगा। ठीक है, एज यूजुअल ट्रायल बैलेंस जैसे हम लोग पहले किए थे वैसे ही करते जाएंगे। बस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट while making the adjustment you should know that there will be either there will be two or more than two sites of posting। ठीक है, दो या दो से ज्यादा जगह उसका पोस्टिंग होगा। so I'll show you this editing here। I'll just make a editing and I'll show you which item will go in which account, so that will be easy for us to understand। Okay, now starting with the cash in hand, so we all know cash in hand, where it will go. Cash in hand will go in the balance sheet. Which side? Balance sheet, asset side, in the current asset, right? So we'll write on balance sheet, which side? Asset side, and that too in the current asset। ठीक है, current asset। Then coming to the next one, cash at bank, same। So that will be again balance sheet, current asset, that is asset side, or you can say directly if I mention it, current asset, that also you can say, because current asset means the asset side, right? So then coming to the next one, purchases. Purchases goes in the trading account, which side? Debit side। And then comes the next one, general expenses. General expenses will go in the profit and loss account, debit side। Then coming to the next one, insurance. Insurance will go in the profit and loss, debit side। Okay. Then comes capital. Capital, we know it will go in the balance sheet. Which side? Liability side। Balance sheet, liability side. Capital itself is having a its identity, right? So it doesn't require any other separated um, heading. It itself is a heading, so that will be enough for it। Balance sheet, liability side। Then going to the next one, drawings. Drawings is a deduction from capital, right? It will be deducted from capital. It will be deducted from capital in the balance sheet। Then coming to the next one, debtors and creditors. Debtors and creditors, it will be like this. Debtors will go in the balance sheet. Both will go in the balance sheet, but debtors will go in the balance sheet, current asset, and creditors will go in the balance sheet, liability side, right? Creditors will go in the balance sheet, liability side, current liability. We can say it's current liability। So coming to the next one, sales. Sales, we know it will go in the trading account. Trading account, which side? Credit side। It's a profit for us, right? Then return. Now return, remember that return itself is a very, very interesting term because of the reason that return, once it is shown, okay, return once it appears in the, if it is appears in the if it is appearing in the debit side, right? If it is appearing in the debit side, then it is sales return, right? So debit wala ho jayega minus from sales, and credit will be what? Minus from purchases। क्रेडिट में जो होता है वो होता है परचेज रिटर्न, और डेबिट में जो होता है उसको बोलते हैं हम लोग सेल्स रिटर्न, राइट? सो डेबिट वाला माइनस हो जाएगा सेल्स से और क्रेडिट वाला माइनस हो जाएगा परचेज से। नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, वेजेस। एज यू कैन सी, wages refers to direct expenses, isn't it? So it will come in the trading account debit side. Fuel and power, again it is also debit side item, trading account debit side item because it is a direct expenses. Carriage on sales. Now carriage on sales. See, carriage on sales is a item of profit and loss account, right? It is not a direct item, it is an item of profit and loss account. So what you have to do is that it will come in the profit and loss debit side. Then coming to the next one, carriage and purchase. It is an item of trading account because purchase related to direct item, so it will come in the trading account debit side. Then coming to the next one, stock on 1st April 2015. 1st April 2015. The stock is how much? It is 34,560. Where it will come? It will come in the trading account debit side. Now coming to the next one, building. Building is a, yeah, it is a non-current asset of the balance sheet. So it will go in the balance sheet as non-current asset, the asset side, isn't it? Investment also balance sheet. But again, investment is having its own heading under the heading investment itself. Okay, in the asset side. For non-current asset, it comes in the balance sheet as a asset side. Then machinery balance sheet, non-current asset. Then coming to the next one, salaries, it will go in the profit and loss account, debit side. At last, we have patent. We all know what is patent is. Patent refers to the formula or technique which we have purchased from someone, the investment, okay, on which we purchase a formula or some technique for using it in our business and manufacturing something. Like a particular engineer has developed a formula using which electric bike can be prepared. Right now, this formula I can buy from him by paying lakhs and crores of rupees. Okay, and this part investment what I'm making of 1 lakh, or say let's for example 1 lakh, then this 1 lakh what I'm investing there, I'll get the patent or I'll get the right to make use of this technique. Okay, I can use this technique and make bikes, electric bikes. Say he has sold me the patent for 10 years, so after 10 years I can use it. Okay, after that I am not allowed to use this formula. So after that, again, if I pay him, then only I can use it. If I use it without his permission, it will be illegal. Okay, so that type of investment what I'm purchasing is called patent here. So patent will be, it's a non-current asset. It's a balance sheet item, and it will come as balance sheet non-current asset. Okay. So this is the picture of the trial balance. Okay. Now we'll go for the adjustments. We'll go for the now coming to the adjustments. Coming to the adjustment, what we can see is that first one is the stock in hand on 31st of March 2016. So as we have already seen that the information given here, the following is the trial balance of Mr. Bikram on 1st April as on 31st of March 2016. So this is our year ending, right? So on the year ending, what we can see that stock on 31st March 2016 was 45,000. So it is nothing but the closing stock. Now we all know what is the treatment of closing stock because we have learned that treatment in the previous chapter also. So what is that? First thing is that it will come in the trading account credit side, isn't it? And again, there will be second treatment. The second treatment will be balance sheet, that is current asset. Balance sheet, current asset, right? So balance sheet, current asset side it will come. Now coming to the next one, that is sales from salaries for the month of March. Okay, what is given here? Salaries for the month of March. What happened? 2016. Okay, salary for the month of March 2016 was rupees 9,000 were unpaid. That means it is nothing but outstanding salary. Okay, outstanding salary. So what do we do with the outstanding salary? Now we all know the entry of that because we have learned in the beginning of the session itself what is the entry for outstanding salary. The journal entry. The journal entry for outstanding salary was salary account debit to outstanding salary account. Right? Salary account debit to outstanding salary account. So what will be the treatment here? This salary of 9,000 which was unpaid. Once it will be, since it is relating to current year only, right? So this year it is expense of this year, इस साल का पैसा बाकी है. So what will happen, once this money will be added with the salaries, okay, it will be added to salary in the प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. ठीक है, एक बार इसको सैलरी के साथ ऐड कर देना है, राइट. एंड अगेन व्हाट विल हैपन, अगेन, and second time what will happen, this will be shown as balance sheet current asset, right. बैलेंस शीट का करंट लाइबिलिटी, बैलेंस शीट का करंट लाइबिलिटी दिखाया जाएगा, because we are supposed to pay, we have not paid it, right. So that will be coming as balance sheet current liability. So two things we have got. What is that? The first one is that outstanding salary will be added to the salary because it is a this year's expense, although we have not paid, but it is a salary of this year, so it will be added to the salary, which will show that the total salary paid was not the original one what you have paid, but including this 9,000. ठीक है, इसे मिलाकर होगा, इसलिए 9,000 उसमें ऐड हो जाएगा. और इंश्योरेंस इंक्लूडिंग 510 for next year. That is clear. No, oh, okay, sorry. Then coming to the next portion, that is and balance sheet current liability. Since it is a salary which is not paid, that is unpaid, that means it is our current liability. So it will come in our balance sheet current liability. Then coming to the next one, that is insurance include rupees 510 for next year. ठीक है, 510 रुपए नेक्स्ट ईयर का है. दैट मीन्स इट इज इंक्लूडेड इन द इंश्योरेंस. सो नेक्स्ट ईयर का है, मतलब इस साल का खर्चा नहीं पकड़ा जाएगा. उसका बेनिफिट नेक्स्ट ईयर मिलेगा ना, तो उसको हम लोग नेक्स्ट ईयर खर्चा पकड़ेंगे, राइट. सो इट विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम द इंश्योरेंस. It will be deducted from the insurance. Where from? From the profit and loss account. इंश्योरेंस का प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में आता है ना, वहां से डिडक्ट हो जाएगा, राइट. And again, what is the second treatment? It will be shown in the balance sheet. It will be shown in the balance sheet as current asset. Okay, as current asset. Clear? And what do we call it? We call it prepaid insurance. समय से पहले दे दिया ना, इसको हम लोग प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस बोलते हैं, या फिर इसको अनएक्सपायर्ड इंश्योरेंस भी बोला जाता है. Okay, we may call it unexpired insurance also. ठीक है, प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस भी बोल सकते हैं, अनएक्सपायर्ड इंश्योरेंस भी बोल सकते हैं, राइट. प्रीपेड और अनएक्सपायर्ड दोनों ही हम लोग इसमें इंटरचेंजेबली यूज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, now coming to the next one. Okay, so this will remain as our current asset also. Then coming to the next one, what is that? Interest. Number 4, interest on investment. How much? 10% for full year, earned but not received. ठीक है, earned but not received, बहुत interesting और सुंदर term है. I'll try to put it in the next line. So this interest earned but not received, what do we call it? Interest earned but not received is called as accrued interest. तो हम लोग accrued interest बोलते हैं. Interest earned but not received. Clear? क्या हो गया इसमें, कितना है? 10%. Now let's see what was our investment. You can see that our investment, which was how much? 60,000, right? Our investment was 60,000. So now let's go back to the adjustment and see our investment was 60,000. Yeah. And interest on investment was how much? 10%. For how many months? For full year, पूरे साल का. That means how much into 10%. So कितना होता है? Rupees 6,000. Right, 10% of 60,000 is 6,000. Clear? Now what will be the treatment? So ये 6,000 rupees जो है, ये हो गया हमारा accrued interest. Clear? So this is our income. Okay, try to understand. This accrued interest means the amount of interest we were supposed to receive but we have not received. तो अभी हम लोग को पता चला, अच्छा ये पैसा मिलना था, तो मिला क्यों नहीं? तो क्या होगा, एक बार ये प्लस हो जाएगा हमारे प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में. किससे प्लस होगा ये इंश्योरेंस के साथ प्लस होगा, सॉरी सॉरी, इन्वेस्टमेंट के साथ प्लस होगा. ओके, एक मिनट, एक बार. अच्छा, देयर आर टू टर्म्स. ओके, वंस इट विल कम इन द प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में इसको हम लोग लिखेंगे, ठीक है। एंड अगेन it will be coming in the balance sheet, current asset, ठीक है। बैलेंस शीट करंट एसेट दो जगह पे आएगा। एक बार ये आएगा बैलेंस शीट करंट एसेट में, और एक बार आएगा ये प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में, राइट। प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस के क्रेडिट साइड में। Just highlighting it so that you can easily understand, it will be recognizable. Okay, I hope all of you have understood. Once again, I'm repeating, interest on investment of 10% was supposed to be received for the whole year, which has not been received. So any income which is supposed to be received but we have not received it, it is called accrued income. So here it is interest, so it will be accrued interest. So how much is that? It is nothing but 60,000 of 10%, so it will be 6,000. So how it will appear? It will once appear in the profit and loss account credit side, and again it will appear in the balance sheet current asset. Okay, so since it is our asset, so let's go for the preparation. So first of all, you can see that we'll go for the trading account, right? So what is asked here? We have to prepare the final account. So we'll prepare the trading account, then we'll go for the profit and loss, and then for the balance sheet, right? So trading account, profit and loss account, we prepare it together, and the balance sheet separately. So let's start for the solution. First of all, the first item is what? Opening stock, isn't it? So what is the opening stock? Stock on 1st April 2015. What it was? It will come in the trading account debit side. We know that it was 34,560 rupees. There is no adjustment with that. So directly what we'll do? To opening stock, outer column 34,560 rupees. Clear? Now let's see what is the next item. Our next item, it is purchases. We have already seen the format in the previous chapter. So the same format we are going to follow here also. Only the thing, the change is the adjustment, right? Okay. Only the adjustment is the change. So purchases were how much? 2,44,050 rupees. 2,44,050 rupees. And there is adjustment. Isn't it? There is adjustment. What is the adjustment? There was purchase return. We saw that return was there minus from purchase. What is the purchase return? The one appearing in the credit side. So it is in the credit side 3,000. So 3,000 will be deducted from purchases. So how to write? First of all, you write down two purchases, 2,44,050 rupees in the inner column. Now what is inner column? This particular box is called outer column, and just inside this is called inner column, and just inside that will be called innermost column. Okay, so this is called the inner column. So what you write? It is not visible, but it is assumed it is there. Okay, so two purchases. How much? Two purchases 2,44,050 rupees. हर वो आइटम जिसमें एडजस्टमेंट करना है उसको इनर कलम में लिखना, फिर उसको एडजस्टमेंट करके आउटर कलम में लेके जाना है. So two purchases आ गया 2,44,050 rupees. Less return was there 3,000 purchase return. So after deducting purchase return of 3,000, the answer comes 2,41,050 rupees. This is nothing but the net purchase. पिछले क्लास में बताया था ना net purchase. That is the concept. Now going to the next item. After opening stock and purchase, we will go for the sales. Okay, first opening stock, then purchase, then sales, then all the rest of the items will follow for the trading account. So what is the sales? The sales on the trading account credit side will appear. It is 5,92,680. And we know that there is an adjustment. What is the adjustment? Return. What is the sales return? 4,080 rupees. What will you write? Buy sales in the inner column, isn't it? Buy sales in the inner column. Okay, buy sales in the inner column 5,92,068 rupees, 680 rupees, less return 4,080 rupees, and in the outer column it will appear as 5,88,600 rupees. Yes, after adjustment. So then coming to the next item. After sales, what do we have? Let's see from the beginning. Where's the trading account? Yeah, trading account. Here we have wages. Wages trading account debit side. How much? 62,880 rupees. 62,880 rupees. We have the wages. Do we have adjustment against wages? No, we did not get any. So directly we'll write down 2 wages, 62,880 rupees in the outer column. Okay, 2 wages, 62,880 rupees in the outer column. Now let's see for the next item. After wages, what do we have? Fuel and power, that is trading account debit side, 28,380. So it will go again in the that side, trading account debit side, to fuel and power, trading account debit side, 28,380. Since there is no adjustment, so directly we are writing it in the outer column. Now we'll see the next item. After that, what do we have? On the trading account debit side, we have carriage on purchase. What is the amount? Carriage on purchase, 12,240. We also know that there is no adjustment. We can see that there is no adjustment, so directly it will go in the trading account debit side. As to carriage, you can write down 2 on purchase, no problem. If you write only carriage, also 12,240 rupees in the outer column. Okay, 12,240 rupees in the outer column. Then coming to the next one, we have got stock is done, that is done. Yeah, there are no more item in the trading account. So trial balance. Okay. Now we'll go for the adjustment. In the adjustment, you can see there is one item which will be coming in the trading account credit side, that is closing stock. What is the amount? 45,000, right? So it will come in the trading account credit side as buy closing stock 45,000. Okay, buy closing stock 45,000. Now what we will do, the balancing. If seen the items are over, all the items over, so we'll go for the balancing the trading account. So we can see while balancing, the credit side is more. So the total of credit side will be written on the debit side. Both the side we have written 6,63,000, 6,33,600. Okay, 6,33,600. And after that, deducting the debit side total, we get 2,54,490 rupees. It is nothing but the gross profit. 2,54,490 rupees. It is the gross profit, which is going to be transferred to the trading, from the trading account, it will be transferred to the profit and loss account, right? It will be coming in the profit and loss account. So it is coming here by gross profit brought down 2,54,490 rupees. Now we'll be showing the profit and loss account. So what is there in the profit and loss account? First item that follows is the salary, but nowadays it is not shown in that mandatory way. So you can go with the general items also, that is the general expenses, which is how much? 18,000 rupees. Okay, so we'll just see the what is in the adjustment. So in the adjustment, it is not there, so directly it will come as two general expenses, 18,000 in the outer column. Then let's see what is the next item. After that, we have got insurance of how much? 3,600 rupees. And we also saw that there was adjustment. We have just now seen that. What was that? Insurance include 5,100 for next year. So what is that? What is the treatment? It was minus from insurance in the profit and loss account, isn't it? So minus from insurance. So what will you write? First of all, you will write down two insurance in the outer column, two insurance in the inner column, because there is adjustment. So two insurance in the inner column, 3,600, right? Less prepaid, 510 rupees. Clear? So how much is the balance appearing? 3,090 rupees, right? So this 3,090 rupees is the insurance. Okay, so the insurance is 3,090 rupees. Now let's see what is the next item after insurance. So the next item is trading, and just let's check it where it is here. Carriage on sales, it is 19,200. So carriage on sale will come in the trading profit and loss account debit side. So carriage on sales is also called carriage outward, and carriage on purchase is called carriage inward. So here we have to write down carriage on sale. If you want carriage outward, then you can write it. There's no problem. So to carriage outward or carriage on sale, it is 19,200. There was no adjustment, so directly it will appear in the trading account. Sorry, profit and loss account in the outer column, right? Profit and loss account outer column 19,200. Now going to the next item. What was that? Carriage on purchase is over, right? Carriage on sales is over. Stock is over. Building will not come here. That's the next item is salary of 90,000, right? And we have already seen that there was adjustment. What was that? Salary for the month of March 116, that is rupees 9,000, was unpaid. That is called outstanding salary. Okay, so what we have to do will be added in the salary profit and loss account. So what you will write? Two salaries in the inner column. How much? 90,000. Add outstanding 9,000. Okay, Two salaries 90,000. I add outstanding 9,000. Outer column it will appear 99,000. Clear? Now let's see what else is left in the trial balance. So we can see that in a trial balance, all the items are over. The salary was the last item. And so we'll go to the adjustment. We'll check whether there is anything left in the adjustment. Stock in hand will not appear here. We have already seen here the marking. Salary has already come. Insurance has already come. Interest on investment is the only item, right? Interest on investment, it has not come yet. So we have to show it in the profit and loss credit side as accrued interest. So it will come in the profit and loss credit side by accrued interest on investment. Or if you write only accrued interest, that is also correct. By accrued interest on investment, 6,000 rupees. Clear? It was the last item in the adjustment. So there's no more item in the adjustment also that is going to come in the profit and loss account. So what we'll do now, we'll just balance the profit and loss account. So while balancing, we can see that the credit side is more. So the credit side is more. Hence, we are going to put the credit side total on both the sides. It's 2,60,490, 62,60,490. And after that, we will deduct the debit side total, and we can see the balance is, it is 1,21,200. So it is nothing but the net profit. And this net profit will be transferred in the balance sheet capital, right? It will be added with the capital in the balance sheet. So this is the net profit, right? Now we'll go for preparing the balance sheet. The balance sheet is ready. So we'll go for posting the item one by one. Let's see what is there. First of all, we'll go with the asset side. Now you can use permanency method, we can use liquidity method as we have learned in the previous chapter. There is no problem. Okay, here we are going to use the liquidity as shown in the solution. So we'll start with current assets. So first of all, cash in hand and cash at bank. Both are 3,240 and 15,780 rupees respectively. So it will come in the current asset as cash in hand to 3,240 rupees, cash at bank 15,780 rupees. Let's see what is the next item. We have to place the current asset item first. So let's see where is that. Let's check it. Balance sheet current asset debtors. Debtors were there. Okay, what is the debtor? 87,000. There was no adjustment, right? So directly we can put it debtors 87,000. Clear? Then after that, we have anything else current asset left? No. Then we'll go for investment. Investment follows the non-current asset if you follow the permanency method. So if you follow the liquidity, it will be coming before the non-current asset. So investment will come before the non-current asset. What was the investment? 60,000, right? So what you can do is that while explaining here, I was telling that it can be, this accrued interest can be added with the investment also. But generally, it can be shown with the current asset as a current asset separately. Here they have added, so both are correct. It will not hamper anything. So what you're going to do is that investment 60,000, it will come in the inner column. Add accrued interest 6,000, it will come the total 66,000. If you want, you can keep the investment only 60,000 here, and this accrued interest you can place with the current assets as 6,000 rupees. Okay, that will be also correct. Then going to the next one, the reason behind this particular point is that the accrued interest, today you are going to receive it, right? Today or tomorrow you are going to receive it for sure, because it is accrued, you are going to receive it for sure. This investment is going to remain for a longer period. So that is why accrued interest we are going to consider it as current asset. Now going to the next one. Moving to the next one, there is a non-current asset now. So non-current asset, you can start, there is a building. What is that? 1,80,000. So is there anything addition or reduction in the building? No, no adjustment. So directly it will come in the, as it is, building 1,80,000, right? Building they are keeping it at last. No problem in that. Then that's next one is the machinery, 1,20,000. And there was patent 45,000, right? So you just put it machinery 1,20,000 and patent 45,000. Okay, clear? Let's check whether anything is left. Anything left out in the adjustment? Stock, closing stock. Closing stock, how much? 45,000, isn't it? So it should generally come by current asset. It should be before the non-current asset. Here, closing stock, 45,000. Okay, it should come before that. So while writing, you just make little gap and write, so that if there is any item missed out, then you can place it. And then after that, is there anything else in the balance sheet current asset? Yes, we have got balance sheet current asset here. What is that? Point number 3, insurance, prepaid insurance, isn't it? So this prepaid insurance will come here. How it will appear? The prepaid insurance, it will also come in the current asset. So it will come here, balance sheet current asset, 510 rupees in the balance sheet asset side, right? Then going to the next one, we have got accrued interest that is already shown. So everything done. So the balance sheet asset side is over. Yeah. Now we'll go to the balance sheet liability side. So in the balance sheet liability side, first of all, we are going to show the current liabilities since we are following the liquidity method, isn't it? So we'll see where is the current liabilities, where it is here. Creditors, how much? 37,800 rupees. So we'll just place that creditors. In this solution they have mixed up two things. Okay, please don't do that. It's a mistake. In the one side, yeah, they're following the liquidity method, the other side they're following the permanency method. It is wrong. Either of the method, only one you have to use it. Okay, so it should be written, creditors should be written first. Okay, even in fact, you can write down outstanding salary before creditors. So let's start with the creditors were 37,800. Okay, then it will be followed by the next current liability. What is that? Anything else in the trial balance? Current liabilities, we can see only one was there, creditor, nothing else. So we'll just see in the adjustment what else the current liability is. It is point number 2, salary outstanding. How much? 9,000 rupees. So it will come in the balance sheet current liability. It will come other side because we are following the liquidity method. So it should be here, outstanding salary of 9,000 rupees, then creditor of 37,800 rupees. Okay, then it will be followed by capital. So while making the note, please be careful. Okay, then going to the next one, let's see the capital. What was the capital? In the balance sheet, we have seen only two current liabilities. Now we'll see the capital. So what is the capital? The capital was 4,26,000. And what was the adjustment? The drawing was there. The net profit is there. So we'll keep it in the inner column. So 4,26,000. And what was the drawing? 31,470. So it will be deducted, right? So first of all, it will be shown like this. Capital in the inner column, 4,26,000, right? 4,26,000. Capital 4,26,000 less before deducting drawings, they have added the net profit. You can do either way, no problem. Add net profit 1,21,200. The total comes to 5,47,200 less drawings 31,470. The outer column it will come 5,15,730 rupees. Clear? So once again I'm repeating. I have done a mistake in the liability side. It should be like this: outstanding salary 9,000 rupees, creditors 37,800, then capital, the whole adjustment 5 lakh, after adjustment 5,15,730 rupees. So this is how it should be followed. Now making the total of the debit and credit side, we can see the total is 5,62,530, 5,62,530. The total of both the sides are matching, right? So that means we can say that arithmetically our sum is correct. Okay. So this is the first question of your final account for sole proprietorship with adjustment. We'll solve many more sums on that. Okay, but you all need to go through these chapters very nicely and please prepare the notes properly, since we have to make a proper study of all these things. So the notes should be there. So it should be recorded in your copy, not in the mobile. So please take care of that. We'll meet in the next video. Before that, please make a note of all this. Okay, and take care of yourself, take care of your guardians, parents, take care of your studies. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.